Hey everyone, this is Dan, leadership and performance coach, founder of TSP Academy. And today I'd love to talk a little bit about what I consider as maybe the single biggest success factor that all of us overlook from time to time when it comes to our goals, goal setting, goal pursuit, and goal achievement. And maybe you want to write down all three of those ideas: goal setting, goal pursuit, goal achievement. Three really quite distinct concepts under the heading of goals that are worth breaking out and looking at in detail when we notice that maybe our goals aren't moving forward, when we're maybe not getting the progress and the momentum we want, maybe we're not achieving the things that we want to do. And today I'm thinking particularly of the bigger goals, things that are going to take at least 6, 9, 12 months to achieve. So what I'd love you to do is I'd love you just to bring to mind something that you've got in your focus, a goal that you want to achieve, something you want to create in the next, let's say, 12 months. Fast forward into the future, 12 months from now, what do you want to create? What do you want to be different? What are you looking to achieve? Now, with this goal in mind, what I notice as one of the biggest frustrations for, I guess, all of us is that, first of all, people don't feel like they have the time. They're not able to carve out time, focused attention, and really spend good time, good energy, good levels of focus on their goals because there's just so much else going on. Frustration number one for sure is a time element thing. But I also notice a deep frustration with not really feeling like I've got a good sense of clarity and what's my direction here because I'm so busy, because so many other things are going on. Clarity and direction just isn't there. It's a real frustration for us. And then perhaps chief among all of the frustrations that certainly I see in my clients, that I feel myself, that I hear from people in the community, is there feels like there's a lack of progress and momentum. Like I'm not really moving things forward. I don't feel like I'm making progress. I don't feel like I'm advancing because it's all a little bit bitty. It's all a little bit tactical and here and there. And then when I do come back to things, I haven't got that clarity. I don't feel like I've got good time to spend on it. And I don't feel like it's joining up and having that progress and momentum that I want to feel. And that leaves me with lots of difficult and uncomfortable feelings. Feelings like I'm falling behind. Feelings like you're going to miss your window. Like this is my only chance. Feelings like this is all a little bit futile. Like I'm trying these things and it's hopeless. I feel helpless. It's not really moving things forward. And no matter what I try, it's all a little bit in vain. Now, if you're really resonating with those frustrations and those feelings, drop them into the chat because I want to hear from people like you. I want to bring people like you into the community so we can start working on these goals and maybe changing things up a little bit. And, we can all definitely understand and relate to those kind of challenges because we all have them. We have those challenges of busyness, heavy workload, a lot of distraction, a lot of interruption. But let me suggest to you, your primary obstacle to the bigger goal achievement, big goals meaning 6, 9, 12 months at least. Your primary obstacle to big goal achievement is environment. That for me is the single biggest success factor that we most often overlook. Environment. Your environment, it is a potential system for success, but it's got to be set up right. Now, most people don't spend good time thinking about the environment in which their goal resides. They don't think about the ecosystem around what they're working on and why that is or isn't succeeding. Our focus tends to be a lot of tactical tips, tricks and hacks, and we can all understand that because a lot of the content out there is tactical tips, tricks. Here's a little hack, here's something you can do. And on a point-to-point basis, maybe that's a little helpful from time to time. But what I notice is there's no strategy there and there's no coordination. And we can understand that because of how much content is out there on the tips, tricks and hacks and how much content there is that's focused on goal setting. I mean, when you go and look up goals, if you do that right now into Google, you're going to get lots on maybe SMART goals, pure goals, clear goals. If you want to know what those acronyms stand for, go look them up. And it's useful. That's useful to construct a goal. And a really clear goal is where we start. And it's great to have that. A clear goal tells me what I'm shooting for. It tells me when I'm on the path. It lets me know what kind of progress I'm making, whether I'm 25%, 50%, 80% of the way there. It tells me what to say yes to and what to say no to. And importantly, it tells me when I'm complete. But let me share this idea with you. There is a world of difference between goal setting and goal achieving. I wrote an article way back, maybe 2015. It's still my most popular today. It's called From Goal Setting to Goal Achieving. I'd love you to go look it up. And what you're finding there is a real framework for the different types of goals that we can set, and to do so in ways that really create achievement as opposed to just setting goals. But I'm going to tell you, if I went back and had another go at that article, or if I ever do an addendum, I'm absolutely going to create a version that includes the ingredient environment. I mean, you need that piece. Goal setting, great, but goal achieving, if you want to actually make some change happen, environment is your obstacle, and environment setup is also the difference that's going to make the difference. Now, what I'd love you to do is bring a key goal to mind, something quite chunky, something that needs 6, 12, 9 months of activity. And let's ask yourself, what percentage of my focus right now has been on goal setting versus goal achieving? Okay, what percentage am I really focused on setting a great goal or coming into the week or the month and saying, these are my goals, versus spending the same kind of time, attention, and focus on, okay, what's my goal achievement strategy here? Huge difference between setting the goal, writing a beautifully constructed, smart, pure, clear goal, and actually having a strategy to achieve that. Here's another question. What percentage of your goal achieving has been those kind of tactical tips, tricks, hacks, and fixes versus really aligning my environment for success? Really spending time thinking, is my environment set up to create, I would say, a near inevitability that I'm going to make good progress on my goals? And here's the final thing I'd like you to think about. In what ways does your life get better when you get strategic about your environment? Think a little bit about what we've already shared today, about the thoughts of shifting from goal setting to goal achieving and using my environment setup as the key vehicle for that. How else does my life get better? How else does it improve? Where do I create time? Where do I create clarity and focus? Where does it give me confidence that this is really going to work? Now, if you're interested in starting to make a change on some of this stuff, a great question just to put to ourselves is my environment set up for success? Is my environment tailored to the things that I really need? And I'd love you to review your environment. You can do this right now. It's a very quick and easy process. And we'll do it on 3 key criteria. And the first is effectiveness. Is my environment set up to be laser focused on my project as opposed to the busy work? There is a world of difference again between busy and productive. Busy is not productive. 2 completely distinct ideas. So let's rate the environment on the effectiveness in terms of, does this get me effectively focused on the right things that are going to move me forward? Here's the second criteria for your environment check-in. Results. I want to share with you that achievement is pretty much guaranteed, but success is optional. Now, what do we mean by that? Well, for people who are interested in and very high conscious about their goal setting, goal achieving, their personal professional development, people like you, I know that's you because you wouldn't be here consuming this content if it wasn't. You're interested in results, but for you, achievement is guaranteed. You're going to achieve something. Whether it's the thing that really moves you forward, whether it's the thing that is your key goal, your key project, as opposed to the busy work or your current role or just the minutiae or the urgent things that get put on your list by other people, that is the optional piece. So let's review the environment setup that we have and think, does this actually get me a result? Because I know I'm going to achieve something, whether it's the thing that I really want and need, that's a different question. Achievement is guaranteed, success is optional. And then the third key criteria for your environment check-in is, I'll call it inevitability. And I've used that word a couple of times today, and it's really important because I want my biggest goals and my most important major projects to be supported by habit and the autopilot that I automatically drop into. Habits are incredibly brain friendly. They're energy efficient, they're reliable, they're consistent. So I really want to make sure that my environment setup creates the kind of habits that serve my project, and that my environment setup it installs for me and really promotes in me an autopilot that works for me and my project. That's where the inevitability piece comes from, where we get into some really consistent practices, and it doesn't even feel like work because it's habit, it's autopilot, it's free flowing. There's no energy spend, big energy spend there, because it's habitual, it's hardwired into my mind. So 3 criteria that you can use right now to look at the quality of your environment setup and think how well aligned is that to the goals I want to achieve in terms of its effectiveness to get me laser focused on my project, to create results, not just any old achievement, but success defined achievements, so results, and to do all of that with a certain inevitability. Now, if you want a little bit more around this, if you want a little bit more structure, and if you want a quick, easy, structured review of your environment, and then from there to create something of a concrete plan for what's really needed, we've got something called the Perfect Setup Guide. It's totally free. It's a quick PDF that you can grab if you head over to tspacademy.net. There's probably a link somewhere on this page for a really simple and effective guide that's going to help you to, first of all, rate what I would consider the 10 critical success factors inside your environment, and then to run a quick and easy self-assessment. And that'll give you a sense of your readiness for the key goals and the major projects that you've got coming in your future in the next chapter of life and work, and to highlight what areas maybe need a little bit of shoring up. Because you might have noticed already today that actually there are a few areas that need a little bit of time and attention. Maybe I haven't quite got my fundamentals in place. Maybe I'm not surrounding myself with the right people. Does my environment support the skill development that I need? Does it give me accountability, challenge and stretch that really pushes me on? And does it create in me a sense of tenacity to really pursue my goal over the long term? So I'd love you to go grab our Perfect Setup Guide. It's totally free. Just go grab that right now. Do it like literally straight after this video and just run a quick self-assessment to see how well aligned your environment is, and use that to implement some immediate changes to create clarity and direction on your key goals, to optimize your efforts, even and especially if you're pretty time poor right now, and to start making some material progress and generating some real momentum to the work that matters most to you.